Well, very good evening to all you hot people out there. And I can say that safely from the glory of my air-conditioned studio. Welcome along to the Studio Rats Q&A Live number 211. Clearly the heat's gone to my head. My name's James Ivy.
I'm Paul Drew. It is hot.
Are you sweaty?
I'm just going to be doing this all the session, just getting my big bald head nice and moist so the fan can blow air on it.
I don't even want to think about your moist bald head.
It's true. You love my moist bald head.
You are all very welcome along to our weekly takeover of the interwebs. Where we go tonight, nobody knows. We've got the usual lineup of goodies. We've got a few of the usual suspects already in the room, which is great. However, traditionally, the show starts with me saying these words. Mr. Drew, what have you been up to?
That's a really good question. I've been resting a bit this week. I haven't done a lot. I think, do you know what? I'm still sort of reeling after the Toneman trip. So I've been going in the studio. I've been doing a bit. I haven't got aircon. I need to get aircon in the studio. So I come in the morning, and then by about 12 o'clock, it's like cooking in there. So yeah. Pretty much sweet FA. What about yourself?
Busy. So obviously the kids are off school, of which I have two. I know your son's off as well, but he's of an old enough age to be. I know you have one, but he's of an old enough age to be looking after himself to a greater less extent, I suspect.
Yeah.
Whereas my two need entertaining. So I've been doing quite a lot of Daddy Day stuff, which is great. But last week I had our buddy Sam over to start talking about prep for his show in September, which has been very exciting. Got all the backing tracks done for that. Then this week I've had one of my best friends in the world over on Monday, shot a video for the channel, which went live yesterday.
I haven't seen that. What was that? So who is that? And
so keyboard playing friend of mine called Ago Forcella. He and I played in bands for what felt like years.
Nice.
Back in my teens and his 20s. Great keyboard player, great musician, great music technologist as well. Someone who really knows his onions about tech and all the. I mean, he can nerd me out. Can totally out nerd me.
Damn.
So that was yesterday. So that was Monday. Then put the video out yesterday. Then today I had Daddy Day yesterday as well. And today I've had a singer over, Natalie Good, who we're working on some new material for her and a couple of projects for one of the brands I'm working with. So yes, very exciting. Lots going on. And now
I did forgot. I did a video on the Gibsons. I did a video on the differences between, or is there any difference between this lot?
And what was dangerous is they all sounded incredibly similar.
Yeah, they did sound. It's funny. I don't know if that's YouTube that does that.
I think it's compression. I think it's YouTube compression and whatever the other stuff that goes into YouTube audio processing. Because I mean, obviously, if you listen to them on really good headphones or whatever, but I'm sure if you listen to them at 4K, as in 4K picture resolution, which we don't bother to do, I'm sure there is an audio upgrade as well. But
yeah, so it's basically it's what we all know. Stick a bit of distortion on something, they sound very similar. Yeah. Clean, I thought they sounded different, but marginally different. I don't think you'd hear an album and go, oh, that was an SG, or oh, that was a 335, or that was a. I think you can pretty much get one to do anything.
I think what then tends to happen is that you perhaps play in a certain way. So if you've got a big old semi-hollow 335, you might play differently to how you might with a SG or a Les Paul. I'm not sure. I think I'd be in a different frame of mind. I know I go for that for my Sheraton when I want something a bit more maybe 50s rock and roll, or I want something a bit jazzy.
Nice.
Whether there's actually a tonal difference, I couldn't actually say.
There's not a massive. It isn't a massive difference. I think we do tell ourselves. I mean, they do sound different, but not so different that we're going, oh yeah, that is.
Oh my god, that's a 335. Oh my god, that's an SG.
Yeah, I think 335 is probably the most recognisable, but anyway, yeah, we're going to get into arguments with people that let's not go there.
Don't start me off on arguments. So I put this video out on the difference between modern and vintage tech, and who knew that from 1980 we'd be calling a DX7 vintage digital.
Jesus,
who knew that would be a thing? And it was only in the video when Aggo said, "Yeah, this is from 1980." I went, "That's only 3 years younger than me." So yeah, I've started a few fights on the internet, but it's good to start fights on the internet because
there's no punches.
Healthy discussion. We like that. Let's get into some questions, shall we? Here we go.
Nabs, hello mate. He says, hello, awesome raps. Hope you're enjoying the weather this week. It's been unusually hot and humid in Lebanon. It's always hot in Lebanon, isn't it? 37 degrees. 37. That's hot.
That is warm.
Celsius for the whole month. Enough already. Yeah, that is way too much.
That's toasty.
And is it? Sorry, did you say hot and humid?
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
all right. If it's humid as well. Daniel, he said, "Good evening, rats. A hot and humid day in central North Carolina. Just ordered the Galaxy 74 with Paul's recommendation that it doesn't choke on the gain. No, it's great, mate. You'll love that. Make sure the gain is before the pedal. But no, it is. Well, it's been on my board for some time now, almost to the point where I think they're selling one of the delays. Don't really need them anymore.
Ooh.
So I might do a bit of a delay sale. I've got some nice ones. Owen, he says, anyone try the new QC firmware? Our Wi-Fi is out, so not risking it with a hotspot mobile. No, I haven't yet. I haven't downloaded it yet. But it seems, yes, it seems it's got some good stuff on it.
It looks like they finally delivered on everything they said they would.
Well, not exactly.
4 years ago.
No, it isn't all the plugins yet, so it's
right.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yes, I'll do it over the next few days. I'll do that. I might do it tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
I might even shoot a video. Thomas, he said, "Good afternoon, all." Afternoon, Thomas. Jeff, good morning from Brisbane. It's about 8 degrees. It's so cold that I have to wear socks with my thongs. Flip flops, not undergarment. Hope everyone's well. Nasty. 8 degrees.
Could you just turn your fan down a tiny bit?
I honestly don't think I can, because if I do, is it that bad?
It's quite noisy. Yeah, it's not the noise; it's the wind. It's the wind noise across the mic.
Oh, is it? If I do that, then maybe. How's that?
Better, yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to manage to turn it off because it's so hot.
So hot. Oh, bless you.
Pet, hello mate. He says, "Evening, both cold, isn't it? It's too hot."
It's really
still raining in Wales, though, isn't it? It's got to be still raining.
It's really rather pleasant in here. I've had it at a steady 18 degrees all day.
Nice. Ben, good evening once again, gents. I hope you two and everyone else are doing well, and to you, Ben. Tim, hello, Tim.
Hello.
Jeff, if any of the viewers have an offset guitar with a troublesome vibrato, I can highly recommend the Mastery vibrato. Absolutely. It worked wonders on my Jazz Master. It's like a new guitar, although it is anyway. Yeah. It's pretty much the go-to to change, I would say, to change with.
Oh, so will that work on my Jag?
Show me your Jag.
Do hold.
Some Jag's different.
Okay, hold on. This one. Excuse the dust.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. There you go.
Say someone can someone post a link, but they can't post links. Only we can.
No. Mastery vibratos, mate. Just ask me. That they're pretty common.
Expensive, cheap, or what?
Not cheap. Definitely not cheap.
Define not cheap.
I don't know. I've never bought one. I would have thought probably I'll have a look.
All
I
right.
would have thought between 200 and 300.
Oh, okay. Not normal trem territory then.
No. This is a Mastery Bridge. The bridge is 270 quid.
Okay, I might pass on that for a little bit then.
You can get this. There's a couple here on eBay. 195, 182. No, not cheap at all, mate.
Okay, well that as I don't play it that often, it does come out. It's been out a couple of times this week though for different projects.
Well, it might be worth changing at some point. Always nice to get an upgrade, and it is quite a major upgrade.
Right. Okay. Boom.
Prez says Bogeyman. Cheers, Bogeyman. Good to see you. Shep Shepherd. Pleasant out on the balcony this evening. Looking forward to the stream. Nice one, Shep. It's oh, you've got a balcony. Nice. I'd like a balcony. Farid. Evening, everyone. Evening, Farid. Tim says, love the keyboard software video, Mr. Jivey. Nice.
Yeah, it was one of those, we've said this a lot in the past, not necessarily on air, but certainly to each other. The videos that you make and they're almost instant. Do you remember we did the dotted dates delay one?
Yeah.
And it was a breeze to do, hardly any editing, just chop it together and they just work. They're the ones that I wish all videos were like.
Yes.
This was one of those videos. It just happened. It was a bit of fun. And it's, for the new channel, it's doing quite nicely. Thank you. Yeah, lots more of that sort of stuff. Ago and I have got a load of stuff we're going to be doing, working on projects together. So yeah.
Great. That's good. That's good for that side of the channel.
Yes.
Nice. Pet said, looking for a custom telly. Budget won't stretch to master built. So I thought this ballpark figure would be better than a vulgar money drop. Open to ideas. Well, so what's that? So I thought this ballpark figure. What's the ballpark figure?
We don't know.
Okay. Are you looking for a new one or second hand, Pet? Just because I'm all about the tellies. So,
give us a rough idea of your budget. Are we into four figures or?
Yeah, give us an idea for budget, and if you mind, second hand or brand new.
There we go.
I would highly recommend second hand. Bogeyman, did you guys watch the Retchel struggle with Tonex? No, I haven't seen that.
I haven't watched it all. I know he's got problems with it as a platform. I don't know. I only saw the first couple of minutes and went, I need to watch that, but I haven't watched it yet.
Interesting.
I think, from what I've read on the interwebs, it's quite common stuff that he's got a problem with. And I think I know where he's going with it, and he's right. But I think he could be making more of a deal of it, but I don't want to say anything until
it's being controversial for views' sake.
Possibly, but I couldn't say that for certain.
Okay, I'll have a look. I will watch it. Ned, he said, hello, gents. I'm back from vacation in my homeland. 23 days in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Herzegovina,
yes.
Okay. And boy, do I miss it. Oh, nice one.
Beautiful part of the world.
Nice. Would you ever consider going back? I would say. For good. Mendel rocks. Evening all. Evening, Mendel. IR9. Any thoughts on Eastman E1 series acoustics or their acoustics in general? Yeah, can't go wrong, mate. Really good. Eastman stuff, top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only Chinese build I think you can just go. Yeah, that's great. They're good. L. As a whole, I mean, as opposed to, I think you can pretty much judge. You can pretty much say yes, I'd buy one of them, as opposed to I'd need to try a load out. Yes. Hello, mate. He said, "Evening, guys. How are we? All good, mate. How are you?" Alfredo. He says, "Hi, I'm new to the channel, and Paul, I'm loving the playing and the reviews." Alf. Cheers, Alf. Thanks, mate. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. It really helps. By the way, guys, we are getting a bit of a caning at the moment, so give us a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Today it really helps, especially on the live show, because the live show's gone down to quite lower numbers. Don't know why YouTube has stopped pushing it, but it really helps, because it's at some point it won't be worth doing. So give us likes and subscribes, and it keeps it all worth doing. By the way, we don't earn anything out of this. We don't monetize it. Nabs, your mic is making noises when fidget. Oh,
that's the fan. He's whinging about the heat. We spend the entire year whinging we haven't got a summer. We get a summer, and then the next thing everyone starts doing is whinging. Oh, we need hot.
Okay, let me see what I could do. Let me just.
It's all right now. It's fine now. It's fine now. It was before.
Okay.
It's fine now. It was before. When I said, "Can you sit? Can you turn sideways?"
Okay. Well, I've got the remote anyway. Maybe I can.
Fine now.
So hot. Right.
It's all good.
Chris, here we go with my stupid question of the day. It's stupid question of the week, but we'll do a daily one as well. Has anyone done Tonex captures of the Fender amps in the ToneMaster Pro? Yes, a copy of a copy. I don't think that's a stupid question. I don't think that's a stupid question at all. I think that's a really sensible question, because
we've got fan noise now.
Okay, how's that?
Better.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's a stupid question at all, because say that you've got a silent stage gig, and or you're on a fly date and you want the sound of your ToneMaster Pro. Oh, hold on a second. The ToneMaster Pro, that's the effects unit, isn't it? That's not the ToneMaster amps.
No, ToneMaster Pro is the floor box. So you would have to turn off all the effects.
Yeah, definitely. Well, well, minus the overdrives and EQs and stuff.
Any timeline effects, so chorus, modulation, delays, reverbs would all have to be turned off before you do the capture.
Exactly. Well, if you particularly like a sound that's in there, then no, there's no reason why you shouldn't capture it. The only thing is, there's no reason why you shouldn't capture it. I mean, I guess there must be people that are doing captures of Axe Effect stuff, and you'll just be James and I will do a video next time James is around. We'll do a video of capturing from a
11 rack. Let's capture an 11 rack.
Oh my god. 11 rack. But we'll capture like a quad cortex or something.
I tell you what, I bet if we did a quad cortex, I bet Neural would not be very happy. I bet if we did the 11 rack, we'd get away with it.
Well, Neural got nothing to come back on. They've created a machine that does captures. You can't say, well, you can capture anything else apart from our unit. That would be.
I'd be interested to see how it works, because I wonder if there's,
great video actually.
I know some of the guys who do what are the guys called? Present Day Productions. When they get an interface, they'll do a round trip latency or a round trip A to D, D to A test to see. God. Yeah, I mean it's quite nerdy, but it's quite interesting to hear how many times round the A to D, D to A you have to go before you start getting aliasing noise and all sorts of nasty artifacts creeping in. And it's a lot of times. It's like 50 or 60 round trips before you start getting noises. So I don't see why there should be a problem with capturing a capture. But it's interesting.
Yeah. Make a good vid. Jeff, I thought that Paul had wind noises without the fan. No, I'm all right. I'm all right with the wind. Not that sort of windy pops. Douglas, he said Winnipeg, Canada here. A nice one. Best to all the studio rats and to you, Douglas. Wonder what it's like over there, because that gets cold in the winter, doesn't it, over in Winnipeg?
It certainly does. And at this point,
Mr. Olsen, thank you, sir. He said, hi, chaps. Hope all is well in the world. Paul Pilgrim guitar is still in progress, so please bear with me. No problem, Dave. Take your time. So, a Pilgrim are building a Studio Rats guitar. Waiting for that.
So keep us up to date on your Pilgrim's progress.
I love it's sort of a joke.
Oh God, just do you know what? I'm gonna one of these days I'm gonna stop trying to be funny.
That'd be amazing. Drew Schoenbeck. What do you think? Is that good?
I'd have gone Drew Schoenbeck. Yeah, that's great.
Hello, Rats. I'm thinking of getting a Boss Katana 100 Gen 3 along with some Boss pedals. Could you give me some advice on this and must-have pedals? Oof. Well, the thing about the Katana 100 is that you don't really need pedals. Go on, James. Go on.
Get a GAFC Mark II. That's the foot pedal you need.
James is so right on that. What you need to do is you need to get a GAFC EX, which is the new controller. I've got a few in the back out there actually.
got a few in the back.
Yeah, really good. That's definitely the pedal you should get. The thing that I would advise not doing is if you want to go and buy some Boss pedals, don't get any digital pedals because you've basically got all of that built into the Katana, more or less. I mean, it's not going to be as advanced as some of those pedals, but a lot of the effects inside the Boss Katana are creations of the Boss digital pedals. So it depends. So yeah, analog Blues Driver I think is my favorite overdrive from Boss. I'm looking. I've got a bunch of
that Angry Charlie you had was quite good.
The Angry Charlie's good. Yeah, the Angry Charlie's good.
Because that's a Blues Driver and something else, isn't it?
JHS Angry Charlie.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That's a good shout. Yeah, that's called the Angry Driver. I would get a Blues Driver. I think it does. If you use compression, I wouldn't plug a Blues Driver into the front of a Katana because what you're doing is you're then compressing the overdrive.
Yeah, rather than compressing the clean signal before the overdrive.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you like using the compressor, I would go and get a Boss compressor. Or another compressor. They do loads. There's loads of great compressors. I'm trying to see if I've got any Boss.
I've got a compression sustainer, and I know the fact you don't like it because it hasn't got a blend control.
Yeah,
but it is. If you want to do that whole kind of thumb chords, jazz chords sound, that is what you need. That is the tone of that.
Well, and it's also that 80s chang sort of sound that you can get. The booster preamp. Yeah, let me take you over. I'll take you over.
Stop changing the questions.
Who's changing the question? Me.
You are. You keep pressing buttons.
I don't think I am. Am I? Oh, sorry. Well, that's the Angry Driver.
Yeah, nice.
Really good. Metal Zone.
It's not your favorite.
Lee said the better about that. Boss distortion, the classic distortion. You think of like Kurt Cobain, that sort of stuff. Booster preamp, that is amazing. That pedal works great going into a valve amp. Super overdrive, good. Tuner, well, that's a good option because you haven't got a tuner with the Katana, so that is a good option to get. Equalizer, classic, but there's a great EQ built into the Katana. Super overdrive, distortion, noise suppressor. You don't need that because that's a digital one. It's really good. The Blues Driver is the one that I would get.
Yeah, there we go. Drew, we hope that helped. But definitely the GFC EX is your first port of call.
Without a doubt.
Definitely.
Without a doubt. Jim, what do you guys think of the new Spark 2 modeling amp? Haven't tried it.
Spark, what they called, Positive Grid, don't like us very much, I don't think.
I don't like us.
Well, although the video we did on the Spark Lives had 15,000 views. So, we've hardly been harsh to it. We've just been realistic about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great, mate. You did well on that. Was that on your channel?
Yeah.
God, 15, that's great. On a sort of recent channel, that's great. Spark is great. Don't think of it like a proper amp. It's not. And don't think of practicing on a. I think I said this a couple of weeks ago, if not last week. If you're playing on a Spark, the dynamics are so tiny that when you go to play on a proper amp, you probably will go, "What the hell is going on? Why can I not play?" If your practice routine is playing through a Spark, I think you're doing that all the time. I think it's quite detrimental to your playing.
So I think of playing guitar through a Spark as playing electric drums and thinking you can play a real kit.
Oh, we have talked about this before. Yeah. So, yeah, but it's more than that, though, mate. It's way more than that. It's not as bad as that.
It's not as bad as that.
No. As in playing drums is not like a Spark. It's electric drums are way more velocity.
I think playing through a Spark lulls you into a false sense of security.
Yes, very much. That's exactly what it is. You're saying sensible things for once. This is brilliant.
Well, I've only had one of these. That's why.
Oh, here we go.
Soon change that.
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. Oh, you bastard. There we go. Oh, don't stop. There we go. Sorry, I'm mucking around with the fan. Pets. Kelly, extra gubbins. Info, 4 figures.
Yes.
4 figures is a...
Yeah, I think we're talking $1,000 to 1,500 maybe. We're not talking multiple 4 figures.
Yeah, but he said custom. Okay. Had my heart set on you, but open to second reasoning from yourselves. Mate.
Bear in mind, this is the man who does not buy new guitars.
That is, you can have that one. We'll have a chat if you want. If you want a telly, it's an Esquire, but I've got this. I've got the kit to change it into a normal telly. So it's a normal telly anyway, but it's just got the Esquire wiring, and I can wire it up as a normal telly for you with the proper pickup and everything, and the Fender. It's got the whole Fender wiring kit that came with it. If you want that, we can have a little chat. It is a cracking guitar.
Oh, and he says,
secondhand heat is making me illiterate. Yeah, it's all right, mate. Understood. Hey, Studio Rats and friends, said Karashi. Hey, Karashi, how you doing? Phil, hello, mate. He says, evening, guys. Best wishes from Bracklesham Bay. Hi, Phil. Hope you are well. Ned, moving back to Bosnia would be nice, but it's complicated. I've got the Nux Amp Academy. Going to shoot it out with the Boss IR200. Sound and ease of use will decide. IR200 will probably win. Probably. I would have thought it would, but let's see what happens.
The Nux stuff is good, but there's a certain amount of hardware snobbery that says to me, Boss is going to win.
I would have thought it would.
And hardware longevity, I think, is the real phrase, isn't it?
Oh, by the way, James, sorry guys, this is completely off subject. Did you get Steve's email? Steve from ADG.
Yes, I haven't responded to it.
Okay. Just to remind you.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Barr, he said, "Hey, my British friend, that foursome relay swimmers you got in the Olympic are sick." I haven't watched any of the Olympics yet.
Gold for England.
Yeah, is it gold?
4x200 relay team. It's the first time in the 4x400 relay that the same quartet have retained their gold medal to Olympics running.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah. Well done.
We're doing well. I think we're 7th in the medals overall, but we're doing well. I think we've done well in, say, Tom Daly, and I forgotten his name, got silver in the synchronized pairs diving. Tom has pretty much come out and said, well, Tom came out a while ago, but he's come out and said that it will be his last Olympics. He's done 4 now. You know, yeah. As a country, we are very happy. What I want will be funny is in previous Olympiads, if Yorkshire was a country in its own right during 2012, Yorkshire would have been, 9th in the medals table as a country. It was ridiculous.
Wow,
it was ridiculous.
Wow.
Something like that. It was basically because so many of our Olympians, our medal winners, came from Yorkshire. It was hilarious.
Why is that?
Screw 'em up north. They've got nothing else to do.
That's true. Where's Sheffield? What county is Sheffield in?
Yorkshire.
Well, there we go. It's got the Olympic. It's got the Olympic Park up there, the Olympic training bit.
It's got the British Institute of Sport. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, where we have been many times.
Yes.
Right, there we go.
Nectarius, he says, Dave Simpson claims that the Boss Katana has changed the game and it's a landmark in the realm of guitar amplifiers, much like the Plexi. Can I discuss? I think
he's fair enough to say that.
Yeah, I don't think he means it as in
tone.
Yeah, and yeah, but it's changed the game. It's definitely changed the game because of the price of it and the accessibility of it and the quality of it. Yeah, it's great.
And that's sorry, go on.
Okay, yeah, if you're looking at a Katana and a Spark, completely different quality. Well, the Spark 1, I don't know about the Spark 2.
Quality, as in build quality and stuff, Spark is good.
Yeah.
Spark 1 needed the speaker upgrade, in my opinion, which wasn't terribly difficult to do. And, you could get good quality speakers and it wasn't that difficult to do. Spark Live is great. I really like it. We're having so where I live is on a green, and a few of the neighbors have decided we're going to have a green barbecue. So we're going to nice. So I've said I'll do barbecue and tunes, and they've got, but how will you get power out there? So don't need it.
Nice.
So Spark, we're great for that. But I stand by what I've said. Spark is a better, party speaker that just happens to have guitar processing in it. But it is a guitar amp that also has Bluetooth and yada yada and all this.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'll keep the Spark Live just for that reason. As an amp that has 7 hours of battery life, it's genius.
I love we spend the whole time talking about Spark and not about Nectarius's question.
Yeah,
but I mean, look. Well, in 50 years' time, will the Plexi still be remembered? Yes, without a doubt. Will the Katana still be remembered?
I think so. I think Katana has been a massive. I mean, I hate to use the word game changer, but it is a game changer. They came up with a thing that gave you really good quality effects all in the same unit, really good quality amp sounds all in the same unit. It looks like a guitar amp. It sounds like a guitar amp. How many in that price point? How many other amps sound that good? They don't.
I don't know.
We've put Katana up against, £500 Marshall amps, £4,000 matchless amps, and it holds its own every time.
It does, and I'm a massive fan of the Katana, but let's not forget that a Plexi in 50 years' time, if there's valves, will still be repairable. I'm not sure a Katana will be,
and I think in 50 years' time, a Plexi will be worth a lot of money.
I think valve amps will be worth a lot of money. Decent quality valve amps will be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, but that's not why you don't buy a Katana and think, oh, there's an investment. You think there's a really usable thing. You could, and we've said on our Toneman videos, you buy a Katana not just because it could be your first amp, it could be your last amp as well. Yeah. Until you get gas like we've got.
Pet Shahar watched that last night. Stupid good, aren't they?
We did well.
WSBM, I have a UA-based home studio, all digital. The UA plugins going into Logic Pro are pretty good, but should I get some analog gear like the Neve 1073 or a Tube Pre? Necessary? Not necessary. Not necessary. Would you hear the difference? Possibly.
I've got a Neve 1073 OPX, which is basically 8 Neve 1073s in a rack. And I mean, they're here, not in Iraq. And if I just need preamps quickly, it's brilliant rather than going through the desk. They also sound like Neve 1073s. Would you suffer just using, I'm assuming you've got an Apollo Twin or something like that, or an Apollo Quad or whatever. The Apollo preamps sound great. If you use the UA 610, what's it called? What's their technology called?
Sorry.
Unison. If you use the Unison preamps, they sound amazing. So I would say don't bother buying any more hardware unless you need more preamps. So, for example, with an Apollo Quad, you've got an optical input. So if you need to be able to record more than one thing, more than 4 mic pre's, you might choose to get something like this, which gives you 8 more down an optical cable. So if you need more pre's, then I would suggest getting something like that. But if you're just looking to upgrade the quality of your preamps, I think you get the 610 Unison model included, don't you? I think
one of them, yes, one of them.
Yeah, just use that; it'll sound great. And there are more things to spend your money on before you start buying preamps.
Yeah, I think I agree with James. But if you're desperate to spend some money, spend some money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to stop you, but I would say you don't need to. What is going on, Paul?
I don't know.
We're agreeing.
I must be. There's something wrong.
Maybe it's the heat stroke.
That's what it is. Mr. Barr, he said, model of a model actually makes tons of sense because there's variability between those classic amps. For example, fractal model Dweezil's Bassman, which is unique. Nice.
Yeah, and if, I mean, theoretically, we know how good, say, Tonex captures are sonically. So you're only going to have that level of variation between the capture and the thing, unless there's something else that we don't know about that will creep in, like weird aliasing noise or something like that. I can't imagine why.
Yeah.
But hey, strange things have happened.
Tim, he says, speaking of 11 rack, is 199 US a good price?
Yes. I'd get another one for that.
Yes, they're talking amongst themselves. They're talking about the swimming.
Yeah. Yes.
Grungy Chris, hello rats. I hope you're doing well. Have you seen Michael Banfield on YouTube? I just recently his channel and his content is amazing. Would be great to see him on your channel sometime. Cheers, Grungy Chris. I haven't heard of him, no. But there's plenty of YouTubers. The thing is, what happens is, and you see it every now and again, you get like loads of new YouTube channels, guitar YouTube channels, and they then realize how hard it is to keep it up.
Yeah.
And then the amount of slogging you've got to do to even get a morsel of anything out of it.
If you're doing, the truth be told, if you're doing it for money, you won't be doing it for very long.
No.
If you're in it for the long game, and if you're in it for other reasons, because quite frankly, it's fun. When it's fun, it's fun. When it's hard, it's really hard.
Yeah.
There's definitely moments where I've sat editing videos going, oh, for God's sake, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why is it not working?
Yeah.
It's
nice when it goes well.
Yep. If Paul and I, we know if we've got our game face on and we've got our plan, we can rattle out 5 videos in a day, No problem at all. Obviously, there's editing to do after that, but we can get 5 videos done in a day, maybe 6. When we're struggling, you might get 2.
If you're lucky.
If we're bashing around for ideas and going, oh, what's going on? It's hard.
And if you're doing it by yourself, a video can sometimes take 3 days.
Yes.
Sometimes it can go like that, 20 minutes and you're done. And sometimes it's like 3 days just banging your head against the brick wall.
And yet sometimes when we do stuff together and we're on form, bang, 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 bang. It's great.
It is. No, but I will check out Michael Bamfield. I'll check him out. David, boom, boom, Chaucer. Boo, boom, Chaucer.
I have no idea.
Don't know. Doug, he says it's actually freaking hot here in Winnipeg, Paul. Nice. It must be hot everywhere then, because it's apart from Sydney.
Yes, Sydney.
Sydney. Steve, evening, rats and friends. Hope all is well. How was your Toeman adventure? It was really cool to see the rats infesting the Toeman studio. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? It was
brilliant. I was talking to a friend today who has also been to Treppendorf and done the thing and seen it grow over many years. You know, it's been there a few times, and I just said, you know what? My opinion of the Toman operation changed over that trip.
Right.
So
nice.
Yes. Lots more Toman content coming. There's a big one coming in, a couple of big ones coming in the next couple of days, and then the 2 final kind of, I would call them the Toman experience videos.
No, there's 3 more. There's you missed out a couple. There's a tour, which hasn't been edited yet, and the
buying, the spending money, and then 2. Is the one with video with Chris gone out yet?
With Chris, and there's the guitar for 400.
Yeah. Oh, is that? Has that not gone out yet either?
It hasn't gone out yet either.
Okay. There's a load.
Yeah, it's a load of videos. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was worth doing. Traveling's quite a way because it's like over 2 hours from Frankfurt Airport, so it's quite a slog. It's quite
next time we'll fly from Stansted and we'll fly into.
Yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, no, it was really good. Amazing place.
It's an amazing place, and I know we always say this about our trips, but it's true. The places, the gear, the everything like that is great. It's the people.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds cheesy, but we met a lot of people when we were over there, and they were lovely. Everyone was really, really lovely, and had, it was great to talk to. And even in the guitar shop, we met up with, we sort of like, studio rats, it was really sweet. It was lovely.
I love your German accent. Oh, studio rats. How's it go?
No, I'm not doing it again.
Don't do it again.
No. I don't want to insult anybody anymore.
Yeah.
But if you hear it in the video, which you can hear it in the background, you'll go, actually, that's not a bad impression.
Can you hear it in the background? Interesting. Mike Goodwin, he said, just bought a 2-rock. Ooh, that's nice. More powerful loop than I've ever used before. It has both send levels and return levels and defeatable true bypass. I expect the levels to be contin L to R. Why? What do you think? What do you think that means, James? Expect the level to be continuous. Okay. Okay. So basically the I don't know what you call it. The topology, maybe the Matchless and 2-rock are renowned for this. Basically, what's happening is the preamp is driving quite hard into the power amp section. So the effects loop, if you use professional studio gear, it'll probably work fine. If you use anything that can't handle a lot of headroom, it will just crunch up. So you could buy something called there it is,
a
clinulator, which is something like this. 2-rock have just released their version of it. I can't say don't bother, because the only reason I'm saying don't bother with the 2-rock one is that I imagine it's going to be horrendously expensive. Granulator is made by the Stereotone guys.
Mm-hmm.
It basically is the same thing. It's also known as a dumbulator. So Dumble amps were exactly the same. Dumble amp effects, it's absolutely shocking. So it's really annoying that these companies then say, oh, well, okay, we've our effects loop is really bad. So what we're going to do is to charge you more money to buy another box to put in with this. Dumble did it, and there are reasons for that. They probably couldn't put it inside the amp, but it is a bit annoying. Someone like Dave Friedman, who makes some of the best sounding amps in the world, in my opinion, his effects loops are absolutely amazing.
The Bogner effects loop as well is.
Well, that's because it's probably a Friedman designed effects loop. It's the same with the Soldano one.
Yeah,
the new Soldano amp has the same effects loop. So because they're all made by boutique amp distribution.
Yeah,
and they're absolutely astounding. But yes, you will struggle. It's almost like, why have you put an effects loop on this thing with the Two Rock? But good luck, Mike, and have a look at Kleinulators, Dumbulators, that sort of thing. But Two Rock have just come out with their own version.
Right, cool.
Mario, he says, after your last video, I'm now deciding between an SG or a 335. Nice.
See, just because not because of your video, but just because of the guitar that it is, my choice would be every single time would be the 335.
You haven't played the SG yet.
I know. No, I haven't, but it would still be the 335 just because of what a 335 means to me and stuff.
I love that. That telly for me is that's the guitar that I'm picking up always at the moment.
Which one? Sorry.
The SG. Sorry, not the.
Oh, really? But is that because it's your new baby?
Maybe it's the most Fendery sounding out of all the Gibsons. It's not it hasn't got as much output on the pickups and stuff, and it's just you can pick up a telly or a Strat and then plug that in and go, oh yeah, great. I haven't got to do a lot of adjusting and.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I would go for SG. James would go for a 335. Both you'll have a lovely time with both. Drew, he says, you guys are awesome, and you got my name right.
Hey, well done.
Curtis, what do you? Oh, he's asking me the question again. Curtis says, what do you set your input trim on Tonex? Does it work for all captures, or do you find yourself adjusting it? So, Curtis, the input trim is guitar dependent. It's not amp dependent.
Yeah, totally.
So, if you've got humbuckers, and I get this question all the time on the channel, and to be honest, I'm on the actual videos, and I've stopped answering because
careful, be nice.
No.
And in.
Input gain is a digital device. The input gain is determined by the level of the guitar. So if you've got something like a Les Paul, you need to bring the input gain
back a little bit.
Well, not necessarily back a little bit, but it's different. It's a different increase of gain to Fendery.
Yeah.
So, no, and I'm not. Please don't get me wrong. I'm only messing around, Curtis, about the the question and stuff. But we do get it a lot.
Fan noise.
Huh?
Fan noise.
Man, I just want to turn it there because I can get a bit more air coming in. Okay. So yes. To be honest, don't worry about it too much. Just if you're not getting the right sound out of Tonex with your guitar, just turn it up a bit. If it's starting to distort a little bit, turn it down till it doesn't distort.
Yeah.
But you will find that if you're doing a gig, you'll find that you'll be setting it for a loud guitar and then compromising slightly for a less output guitar. But honestly, don't worry about it. It's just turn it up, get the sound you want, and just go with it. You're not doing any harm to anything.
No.
See, I don't mind answering that question on the live show. It's when you have to type it. It's when you have to type it 50 million times a day.
Well, that's what we have. That's what I have stickies for.
Stickies? What's sticky? What the hell is this?
Do you not know what notes are? You know, notes.
Yeah.
Well, I've just got loads of notes of all my automatic copy paste answers for things like that.
Is this good because you've got that you've got that posh YouTube software thing?
No, notes is part of Mac OS. Write it in a note, copy it to a note, and then just copy and paste it.
That's a really good idea. You're not as stupid as you look.
No, I'm really not. I'm really quite clever. I have to persuade my children this sometimes, but I am quite clever. It's because I've only had one beer.
Phil, I use Nux Queen of Tone. With Katana. One half is a centaur, the other side is a blues breaker. Great sounds for about 100 quid. Nice one, Phil.
Nice.
That's a good shout. Nabs, question. I'm not liking the tone. I'm getting out my Mesa 1x12 cab with V30 speaker. Can the Boss GE7 help? If so, where should I put it in the pedal chain? Cheers. Is it definitely the speaker you're not happy with? I'm asking that question because
we don't know what's the amp, Nabs.
Yeah. Have you tried the amp that you normally plug into the Mesa into a different speaker cab, and you prefer that? I mean, if you're going to say, well, I like the sound of it in a 2x12, it is a different sound. So possibly 2x12s are for you. Get rid of the Mesa and just stick to a 2x12.
And get a Marshall 2x12 with vintage 30s, because quite frankly, they're great cabinets and you can pick them up for peanuts.
What, 1922?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pick up 1922. They're quite heavy. The thing about Mesa 1x12s is they sound quite boxy. That's why they brought out the Thiel. I think they call it the Thiel cab. And they brought out a wide. They called it a wide boy, and they got a Thiel cab. Basically, the Thiel cab has got a bass port in it,
right,
to make it sound less boxy, and the wide body is just a wide body cab, which makes it sound bigger. The little 1x12 Mesa cabs are quite boxy sounding. You know, things like the original, Mark 1, Mark 2s, Mark 3.
Yeah. 2. Not my favorite noise.
No.
Hey.
Echo. Evening, gents. Sorry, I just managed to join tonight. James, thank you so much for your words at the top of the show. It was so lovely to see you on Monday. Fab session.
We'll do more of that, please, buddy. It was good.
Nice. Chris, have you tried to manipulate the push tone on a Katana 2? I have a 2, but retired it a while back. Maybe as a brand ambassador, that would be no bueno. What does no bueno mean?
No go, as in because you are a.
Oh, I see.
A friend of the brand.
I'm not I'm not a brand ambassador though.
No, we could. If
I'd like to be though. I want to get more money for that.
Some money.
I haven't. No, I haven't got a Mark II anymore, unfortunately, Chris. I mean, yes, you could do it. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna. You could approximate. It's a subtle thing. It's more of a feel thing. So I would honestly recommend, if you can possibly afford it, sell your Katana 2 and just put the extra money towards a 3. And then, unfortunately, that's going to be the progression. When the 4 comes out, there's going to be something on that.
Of course there is. But that's, I mean, how long's Katana 2 been around? Quite a while.
Yeah. You get a good, you get some good life out of them, I'd say.
You get a good run, yeah. And it's not like it stopped working. You can still use 2.
Yeah.
It just hasn't got that one feature. And that's what development is. They put new features in stuff to make you upgrade.
Yeah.
There's a thing on eBay to get rid of your old stuff.
Yeah. Doug, Megaly is.
Yes. I'm being called.
You're unprofessional.
No.
You've been called by the wife?
No. What that is Alexa calling me.
Oh, that's nice of her.
No.
Alexa's calling you?
So the kids can go down to the kitchen and call me on the Alexa, and it shows up as Jen calling me.
You can call a phone from Alexa.
Yes.
This is honestly, I'm learning some things tonight. I didn't know that. You can call a phone.
Yes, you can call a phone. That's what's happening right now.
Oh, I'm doing that. I've got to learn this business.
Oh, mate.
Right. Yeah. I'm just so behind on stuff. So sorry, Doug said Megali is a proper word in Canada. Glad it's getting around. There we go.
There we go.
Mike says, I think the Catalyst is slightly better than Katana. Just my 2 cents. Nice. I haven't used a Catalyst. Wouldn't know.
They won't do this one.
No, line 6 are funny with us. I don't know what's going on. Farid, Pet. Not sure where your base. Coffee house guitars in Rome usually have a nice selection of custom shop teles. Frome's not too far from me as well.
I'm down there in a couple of weeks for a gig. I might have to pop. I have to go a bit earlier.
Nice.
Coffee house guitars. Yes, I've not been. I'm not from that part of the world, so I don't really know. But yeah.
Steve says, I think the Katana might be less iconic than the Plexi, but more iconic than the trusty, humble PV Bandit. Absolutely. Until someone creates a great album with a PV Bandit and then everyone wants one.
But PV Bandits were legendary back in the, back when we were coming up. That's what everybody wanted to have.
I'm not sure everyone wanted to have one.
All right, everybody wanted a JCM 800 or 900, but
yeah, they were. Oh god, that was horrible. I had a PV Bandit. It was horrible.
They were awful. I always wanted the PV 2x12 chorus.
Yeah, that was good. The stereo chorus, but the stereo chorus was good. I don't know if the amp was good.
Distortion tone was god awful, but but as we've proven with the JC77, actually the distortion on that is far better than we remember it.
Yeah. Martin Collier says Dave does not prefer tube amps. There we go. Tim, nothing more iconic than my Pod 2. True. Pod 2 is iconic.
Yeah.
Pet Farid, cheers for the heads up.
Yeah, I'm going to check that one out when I go down there.
Every time I sell my Katanas, lasts about 6 weeks before I want another. I went Mark 150 to Mark 2 100. Now I'm gassing for a Gen 350. Can we please stop talking then, please? See, I wouldn't go for a 50 if you're the sort of guy that's always upgrading. I'd go for the 100. I really would, because you can do more with the 100, and I think you'll just be, I want the 100 now after you get the 50.
Is it the same as with the Mark II? The 50 is a lesser feature set than the 100.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a shame, because actually the 50 watt, I mean, it doesn't make much difference, because you could, on the 100 watt, you can still attenuate down to 1 watt, I suspect.
Yeah, exactly. You can, but the 50EX, I don't know if it's out yet, but the 50EX, I think, has got all the features of the 100.
Right. Okay.
Ben, I thought everybody quit their real jobs and now just YouTube stars now. True.
What's a real job?
What is a real job? Yeah, it's true.
It's been so long.
Yeah, it has. By the way, guys, I'm sorry to ask again, but if you can give us a like, and if you can give us a like on this, it helps like you would not believe. So
I'd also like to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed to TSR Driving Talks Tech.
Yeah.
We passed 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, well done with that. That was good. Good effort with that. I think you did it quicker than I did. Quicker than the main channel.
From inception to now, it's been about 11 months. So
has it? Oh, okay.
But that was from the first couple of videos going up, and then me sitting on it going, I really need to do something with this.
Well, it should. If you're consistent, it will do that now.
Yes.
If you're consistent.
Yes. And that's, I've been busy editing all the Toman stuff for the main channel, which is taking up.
Yeah.
But, it's one of those things. There's plenty more stuff coming. So it's all good.
Jason, I have a Wonderland Overdrive. Nice. And Ampliphonics and Gain coming from Amplified Nation. Nice, mate. Can't wait. With those amps, do you think that's really good tone coverage, or would you consider still getting an ODR long term? Wow, someone's got some Wonga.
I think you've got it covered, if I'm totally honest.
Okay, so the Wonderland Overdrive version 2 is the clean channel is very Fender-like. So now this really depends on what the wattage you get. So I'm guessing you've got the 50 watts on both. I hope you have. If you haven't, I would recommend changing to the 50 watt over the 22 watt amplifiers and gain, because the amplifiers and gain doesn't have a lot of headroom on the 22 watt. So I would highly recommend going for the 50s minimum. I wouldn't go for the 100 personally, but I think the 50s would do you great. No, I think you've got it pretty much all covered. The only thing about the ODR is the ODR is far more mid-focused, so you can think it's way more Dumble sounding.
Right.
It's really, really Dumble sounding. The Wonderland Overdrive is more Fender sounding.
Right.
It has a great the Wonderland Overdrive at low volumes sounds amazing. The ODR at low volumes doesn't sound as good. It has to be turned up.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Rock, Michael's channel has been around a while. He has some great shows with his boss OD3. Nice. There we go. Lords of Form. Talking to Katanas, have you ever tried the stereo mode? Linking two combos together, does it work? What's stereo? Yes, we have. We've done a video.
Yeah, and I can officially say we both went, this is awesome.
It was an amazing noise.
It was properly good, wasn't it?
Basically, what it means is a Katana, a Boss Katana is a mono amp, although it has stereo effects in it. Some of the some of the modulation effects, the delays and the reverbs, that sort of stuff. So when you go into stereo mode with two Katanas, you get the big wide stereo effects, and it sounds absolutely amazing. Like way above what it cost to buy them.
Yes.
Pets, Chisel, I've been saving for ages for this vanity spree, and 4,500 is my cutoff. Well, I can tell you, mate, you will not need to spend that much, anywhere near that much. Pet, give me a call tomorrow, and we can talk through different options of where to look and what you want. But
however, having played that red Tele Stroke Esquire, bloody hell, that's a good guitar.
It is an amazing guitar. It's an amazing guitar, yeah.
That would. I mean, if I was looking for a Strat for a Tele right now, I'd whip your arm off for it.
It sounds amazing. Yeah, the bridge pickup on that is absolutely ridiculous. Right, Jason. Also, what's your opinion on the effects loop in the Amplified Nation products, based on your Dumblator comment? Pretty similar, to be honest. I haven't really used them in anger. Actually, I'm trying to think. If I've actually done it. I think I have. I think I plugged something in. I'm trying to think what I plugged in. Okay, so I plugged in a Delverb, which is a UA thing, which can handle higher levels. So I haven't plugged in any sort of analog devices and stuff.
I know it's different, but I had the H90 in the Bogner loop the other day.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that sounds good.
Yeah. And also we plugged what's the Strymon, the Flint. We plugged Flint in
on the
Soldano.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good noise too.
That was that's a one pedal into an amp loop just to go. Oh, we like that.
Oh my god, that was a good noise. Strymon Flint is a great pedal. Shahar, regarding the effects loop, you can always use a bass tube expander. A Boss tube expander to add good loop to any amp. That's a really good shout. That is a good shout.
Yeah.
Martin, Tonex Plexi amp capture, Dodds 250 preamp, 2 times Laney 1x12 FR active cabs. Great for home and gig. Tonex Plexi amp capture, Dodds 250 preamp. Nice. Yeah. Absolutely.
Great combination. That's not the Laney 2000 watt cabs, though, is it?
Let's hope not. No, that's a 4x12.
That's a 4x12, but that's a hell of that's a great home rig. And
gig. There will be. Yeah, the one that they've sold.
Yes.
Mike, Jason White. I owned the amplified Nation Overdrive Reverb.
Should we do? Oh, me. The news.
Let's do the news.
The news.
Right. It's quite a lot this week. Yeah, we're in.
We're in.
Right. First of all, right. Stupid gear of the week.
Oh, that's shocking.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think it's really funny.
That is.
Really
Do you know what the first thing that's going to happen there?
Oh, we're thinking exactly the same thing. Go on.
Someone's going to pull on the mic stand and all the pedals are going to go boom into the audience.
or not even that, or
it's just going to get ripped off the board.
Yeah, or it's just going to fall over. The board's going to fall over and it's just it's a no, isn't it? I mean, they must have thought all that, but if you've got, say, like you've got a particularly heavy microphone, that's not going to work, is it?
That's, oh my god! Or it's going to rip the shit out of your board. It's going to pull. It's going to pull the metalwork, or that someone thought about that for a fraction of a second, and someone went, "Yeah, all right, let's do it," and didn't actually think about physics.
Do you know what a better idea would be? Do you know what a better idea would be? A pedal board with a cutout on it that goes around a mic stand.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's anyway.
Or even a pedal board that, obviously because of triangles, your legs on your mic stand are at 120 degrees, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Yeah. Right. So why not just have a pedal board that sits onto the mic stand legs?
Yeah.
And just holds it all in place nicely. Because it is an issue. Don't get me wrong. It is an issue, certainly on small stages.
Yeah.
I know people who have to have their mic stand and then their pedal board off to one side because of mic stands.
Yeah.
But that
good idea.
No, it's not a good idea. It's a problem. That's a problem waiting for a problem to solve a problem.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. What's this? Oh, right. This is amazing.
Right.
Before I show the picture of it, Neural DSP have invented a machine called Tina. It's a robot that revolutionizes amp modeling. Basically, what this thing is, it's a robot, and it's got these arms on it that basically rotate the controls on an amp.
Yeah.
So it basically models each control at all the different
levels.
variables. How amazing is that?
That's cool.
I mean, that is.
So that would mean you could do. The problem is, though, while okay, so I get. So I'm struggling. I'm not struggling with what it does.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with how you could automate the process.
What is that amp actually?
Because you can't. So say you can't say. Let me just formulate my thoughts on this before I start speaking words. So when we're doing captures,
I
don't know about you, but I tend to start off with, I go, right, here's my clean tone. Here's my super clean, lovely. Then I'll go, right, I want a little bit more grit. And then I'll think, oh, no, the grit, that's nice. But what it's doing is it's boosting the mid-range a bit too much. And I'll nudge the mid-range back a bit. And I'll maybe boost the treble up a bit. I won't go, right, I'm going to have every single parameter go through. Because most of the time on a Marshall, you dime everything and then you play with the gain.
No, you're not. You're thinking of capturing. You're not thinking of modeling.
Ah, yes.
Okay, what this basically gets an amplifier and then recreates exactly what that amplifier does. Exactly. So for instance, if you then turn the treble control
Yeah.
And it's on a cascading gain
Yeah.
or whatever. If you affect something, it will then compensate for everything else that
I get it. I understand.
Which I think is genius.
That is really clever. I understand now. I didn't get it for capturing, but it's not for that, so that's all
right. So Solar have got a new model, and I quite like it.
No, it's definitely the sun. It's definitely the sun's gone to his head.
I quite like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't buy it, but it's not a ruin.
I thought it was great.
It's not a ruin, is it?
That's how a super strat should look.
Well, yeah.
Pointy in the right places, but still vaguely stratty. And that's I like that. I'd play that. I know I'd play that because I play most things. But
I mean, I definitely wouldn't buy one. But it's
how much?
They are 1,300.
That's not horrific, but Solar are
England.
Chinese.
I think they are made in China. Well, they're made in the Far East somewhere.
Right.
But yes, it's Ola's company, isn't it? I don't.
It's a lot of money for a Far Eastern guitar.
Yep.
But I think that looks great.
I like the finish job on it.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
What's next? So this came out last week or not? But basically the third power Satriani amps are now out for Tonex.
Have you tried them?
No, I haven't yet. I need to. I know we got sent the things, but no, I haven't tried it yet.
Really good.
Oh, is it really good? Oh, nice.
Really good, yeah.
Oh, great. Do you know what'd be really good? Is to recreate Joe Satriani's wet dry wet rig with because he's got three of these third power amps, and to have a wet dry wet thing going on with three Tonex pedals.
Or you could do it in Tonex software.
No, you can't do it in Tonex software.
Why not?
Because Tonex software you can only use one amp.
Then do it across 3 channels.
Oh, I see. Inside a DAW.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could actually do that, couldn't you? That's true. Yeah, good one.
I might try that.
Yeah, that's a good that's a good video. Cornerstone Effects have brought out their new overdrive.
That looks cool. It
looks
really good.
It does look really good, doesn't it? Cornerstone Effects, it's an Italian company, hand built pedals, really high quality pedals, well worth checking out, I would say.
I think the pots and the knobs and everything look really. It's not like they haven't just gone, we're gonna pick some off the shelf. They look really cool.
Yeah, it's the same as I've got the Nero they sent over. It's the same knobs. It's the same format, same look as that. Really good stuff. And that's it. That's me done.
Cool. Let me get. Oh no, you've gone. Okay, and let's get back into it. Go,
Dermot. New GT1000 update. What do you recommend to get the best sound listening on headphones? Any suggestions are very welcome. This is the most informative channel on YouTube. Oh, cheers, Dermot. Let me read that again. What do you recommend to get the best sound listening on headphones? Can you explain your question a bit more? James, do you understand what Dermot means?
Sound listening on headphones. The GT1000 has a headphone output?
Yeah.
Plug into that.
Yeah. So the question is, do you mean what headphones would we recommend? Do you recommend what order of effect would we do to get the best sort of sound out of it?
If we're talking about actual headphones,
yeah,
I have been sent by the beautiful people at Sennheiser these.
Oh, nice.
And I tell you what, I've never had a pair of open back headphones before.
Oh, open back's nice.
These are awesome. They are incredibly comfy. They are I'm going to have to check what the model is because I've forgotten. These ones
written on them. Oh, God.
I know it's written on the box. Here you go. That's the box.
Headphone.
They are the HD 490 Pro Plus.
Nice.
and they are super comfy because they're open. You don't end up with the whole kind of ear fatigue thing, and you can still hear. But obviously, don't expect to be practicing in the same room as someone's trying to watch EastEnders, because they will be annoyed with you because they're open back rather than closed back. But these are great, really, really nice, and all the fixtures and fittings and stuff are really nice and pro. And yeah,
well, let's see what he means. But yeah, Dermot, you might need to fill us in a little bit more with what you mean. But yeah, if it's headphones, or because we both have probably got a few different ideas for headphones. Oops, sorry, that was me. Mike, oops, hit send. I've owned all the Amp Nation amps. Wow, that the rats have demoed and loved. I had better success with my Fractal FM9 in the loop than standalone pedals for delay. Oh, there we go. That's a good shout, Mike. Yes, because it can take more input as opposed to being instrument level. It's line level.
Yes,
nice one. Good tip. Joe, GT1 update. I sold mine. Didn't think Boss did updates. There we go. Nabs, yes, tried my MT15 with the speaker cab with open back and was much better. The Mesa is boxy, and I didn't like it when I had the Mesa Mark 5 mini head. Speaker cabs are rare and hard to get. Nabs, just get rid of it. You'll get good money for the Mesa cab. If you don't like a speaker cab, there's nothing you can do about it. It's always going to sound boxy.
Yep. Check out, if you particularly want a 1x werather than a 2x. What's that Brighton company?
Barefaced.
Supposed to say we've not used them, we've not tried them. I keep meaning to reach out to one of Jen's.
Do you know James has been saying this probably for about 3 years now.
Oh, at least 3 years. But you know, I know I've been busy for 3 years. But definitely worth a check out. Bareface.
Chris, I didn't retire my Katana 2 because the 3 came out. I use Helix with Tonex as my amp cab now, and I vastly prefer monitors to a real cab anyway. Nice one. PV Rage, PV Bandit. Both shockers. I have a PV Classic Chorus 2x12. There we go.
They were great. And I seem to remember the PV coating was like a plasticated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like a reinforced plastic coating, and it was almost as indestructible as a Roland JC120 or the Roland stuff. They never looked beaten up because it was impossible to beat them up.
Yeah.
Their bass amps, the PV, a TKO and a TN100 and all those sort of things, the same sort of thing. They always looked in great nick because they were indestructible.
Tim, and of course my 5150 combo and PV Classic 30 and extension cab. I guess I'm a PV fan. Nice one.
When PV were PV, of course.
Are PV not PV anymore?
No, they're owned by In Music.
Oh. Steve, he says, congrats on the 1K subs, Jivey.
Thank you, sir.
Shagger, the huge YouTube channels don't get good percent numbers. Olaf, for example, 8 to 900,000 subs and barely 100,000 views per recent video. Smoke and mirrors. Yeah, I think possibly everyone's having a bit of a hit at the moment. I think YouTube are really interested in shorts, which to me is terrible, because a short to me is like it's like phone. It's just like
it's TikTok. It's YouTube's version of TikTok. So on the video I put live, the DX7 video that Ago and I did yesterday.
Yeah.
One of the things that started the whole conversation was that one of the chaps had 450 something subscribers, but that particular YouTube short had 55,000 views. It's his only video, his only short.
Right.
Because it happened to be a really good one.
Lee, there he is. He said, hands off that telly. It's mine when he sells it. The Lee wants it. It's Farid, is a strobe tuner essential for setting intonation? If so, what would you recommend? No, I mean it's
tuner, yes. A strobe tuner, no.
Well, yeah, I mean a strobe tuner is more accurate. But it's not essential. No,
One of those.
I wouldn't use a headstock tuner for setting intonation.
No, but you're not a fan of headstock tuners.
No, but but I wouldn't use that. I wouldn't use a headstock tuner to set intonation. I'd use it to tune the guitar, but not for intonation.
Turns out that the battery on this one's flat as well.
You definitely won't use that one.
No.
Pet, Lee, no worries, mate. You two are BAFs after all, so I'll let you have free reign. Michael MC, do you have any interest in trying that Laney Tom Quayle or Martin Miller pedal? If they send it, I've got no interest in buying one. No. Shagger, Laney isn't a cool brand. I know what you mean.
They're not. I mean, we did that Laney, the Lionheart, Ironheart. What's the one I had? The Ironheart, wasn't it?
Ironheart, yes.
We did that because I bought it.
Really good.
For next to no money. And my God, that was worth screaming about because that was a monstrous amp.
Yeah.
But we only did it because it was, available inexpensively. Not that we particularly have any affiliation to Laney. And we've tried talking to them and I get nothing back. So we've tried.
Yeah. Laney, I know you mean it's not a cool brand. I think you're right. I don't think they are a cool brand. They do make some great products though. Yes. Jeff Rock says, it's Neil Young's Whizzer in a robot. Yes. Yeah. So Neil Young's got this thing that fits on the front of his tweed that changes it's basically a automated pedal.
Yeah. Great idea.
Eventually it will go rogue.
Good morning, Neil.
Lee, Mr. Abraham says, I thought the neural Tina was just a conceptual thing, not real, just sort of a gimmick thing to show how meticulous they were with capturing. Oh, have I just completely made a twat of myself?
You got the wrong end of the stick.
No, I don't think so. It's saying it's a real thing.
Well, sorry, I need to get down two more quickly because that's
qualified mid-range. Go on then.
No, what frequency is qualified mid-range? Anything I would say from 500 to 2K.
No, I disagree. I would say, I'd say 300 to 5K. High mid-range.
Yeah. This Mendel. This is officially genius.
Tina Turner. That's really good. That is very good.
Oh, mate, that's awesome.
That
does. Well done. Yeah, well done. You should be dining out on that one for a while.
Mr. Barr, he says Solar is Indonesian. There we go.
Okay.
God, that's a lot of money for an Indonesian guitar.
Yeah.
Shahar Bai says, I had a bad experience with Solar. Fretwork was crap. Interesting. That's the thing about some of these sort of cheaper factories in, there's not the quality control, is there? Which is a shame.
And I've watched many and various of our YouTube brethren's videos on Solar. The controversial Irishman didn't have a good experience with Solar, and I don't think the shouty Canadian did either.
Yeah. Okay. Shagger says Ola is Norwegian. It's like Danish beef. Danish beef, Danish. Ola might be.
He's not. He's from Sheffield, like Gino D'Acampo. Very good. Well done, Shagger.
Lol. Laney is Ibanez. Yeah, that's an interesting. I think Ibanez has sort of turned themselves around. I think Ibanez now are a cooler brand.
I think,
But yeah, I know what you mean.
Ibanez are cool now. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Willie!
Well done, Willie. Jeff Cook, Mendel Rocks.
He certainly does. Here's a good one.
Jack Black.
Oh.
Gas. Do you know what I don't like about Jack Black? I'm not saying he's he's talented. It's just I just find him really annoying. Like he's overacting. He's just so annoying. So no, the whole over theatrical. No, neither. Car gas because he's quieter. There we go.
No, I'm sorry. I'm Jack Black for one reason.
What?
He's been in Star Wars.
Was he in Star Wars?
He was an extra in Kenobi.
Oh, he was, wasn't he? He was in that. Yeah.
There's my reasoning.
There you go.
There has to be a reason. That'll be it.
Mike Blue, afternoon, y'all. Afternoon, Mike. There you go. Says Sennheiser open back cans are good. I'm watching now using their HD 600s.
Nice.
So Willie says solar is as Indonesian as chicken tikka masala.
Tell you what, we're all on form tonight. I'm not sure what the heck's going on, but we're all on form.
Willie says Laney's a good brand. I have a few of their amps, but I agree with Shagger that they're not cool these days. Yeah, they're not cool these days. True. Cool. Yes, we understood, mate. Tina, clip-on tuner. Good. Turner.
Yes.
Good. Dermot. Okay, use Yamaha YHWL. I love the Japanese.
Yes.
Product code. Yamaha YHWL 500 flat response studio mode headphones at the €350 price mark. Q, a question. What is the best output settings to use line headphones for recording? Very little available from Boss.
The headphone output doesn't make, there's no, again, as far as I know, I've never seen a product with a variable impedance headphone output or anything that can tweak the headphone output other than a volume.
Do you think he means what impedance? Because very much, like you can buy a set of, 4 ohm impedance cans and they sound like absolute dog shite.
Yes, but that's because lower impedance cans need to be driven with like a power amp almost.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
Why you can get them. So if you've got generally though, that's things like Bayer Dynamic DT100s. You can buy low impedance versions of those for studio use. So you could drive them with 1,000-watt power amp and not send them into next week.
Is that what you can do with them? You can't put 1,000-watt power amp into
not 1,000-watt, but you can put a proper power amp on them, and then you can.
Really?
Yeah, but then the thing is, then you can parallel them up, so you can have more than one set on a power amp.
Oh, interesting! I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Great Vanzini says, but it seems Laney is turning it around a bit. I think Laney will try to. Hopefully they will. It's never Laney's always in the UK was always the poor man's Marshall. That's
they're always a bit. So other than that I've tried 2 great Laneys ever in the history of my time. The Tony Iommi signature Laney was amazing, but I mean that's a beast. That's a big thing, and that 60-watt Ironheart sounded incredible. Proper 3-channel rock and roll monster. Sounded awesome.
Yeah, really good amp. I think he means the output selector on the GT1000.
I don't think the output selector changes the impedance of the headphone jack, though.
No, I'm trying to think, no. So it's got an output selector. I'm trying to think what the has Lee answered it?
I think he has. He said
Lee knows these because Lee's got one. No, up, mate.
Well, that okay, right.
Lee says, Dermot, use a recording output always. There is something odd about the way the 1000 handles cab IRs, and it doesn't allow you to use your own in any other mode but recording mode. There we go.
Why is Lee not on here? Oh yeah, I haven't put the link up.
See, Lee's the fountain of chronology.
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 Oh, fair enough.
Willie.
Boom.
Willie says, I tried the Tom Quayle Laney amp pedal thing, but I'll wait till they start appearing on the second-hand market. Good shout. Lee, set to recording mode and forget. There we go. Because Lee's still got Lee uses a GT1000,
Right.
so Lee would know. So there you go. Terrible band name. Shoot. Oh, there were some great ones.
There's on the local circuits. There's always loads of really funny tribute band names like that. Bon Jordi.
Bon Jordi. I always like. Well, my favorite. I don't even know if it exists or if it's one that I've made up, but the Loose Stools. I thought was.
We have one in Ipswich called Shy at the Chemist.
Shy at the Chemist. That's deep. That's good.
I mean, God, Aggo and my band name was the Fridge Magnets.
Was it the Fridge Magnets? That's not too bad. I quite like that.
Shy at the Chemist.
What we'll do is we should find some. You know those really funny that they were out as memes a few years ago about like funny bands or the way that like metal bands like photos.
Yes,
some of them are so funny. We should,
Rock and Roll Photos Facebook page was just hilarious. A bad album cover art was another one. Oh my God,
I love that.
But no, Shy at the Chemist definitely was one of the funnier ones around Ipswich back in the the days of
Shy at the Chemist.
Yeah, Aggo's right. He said the Fridge Magnets turned into the Midge Fragments.
Midge Fragments, nice.
Right. Yeah, let's carry on.
Is turning it around a good thing? Doesn't that expose one arse? What are we talking about here?
One's us. Someone said Laney are turning it around.
Oh, I see. Very good. Very good. Mike Blue, have you tried any Engel lamps?
Yes, I have.
Do you know? I don't think I have.
Yeah, I've played through a Powerball.
Yeah,
and because Louis, our guitar player, our function band guitar player, played through a Powerball. Great amp. I had one of the little Gig Master amps. That was really good for what I needed it for at the time. It was great. Yeah, really good amps.
Thing about Engel is that their marketing's a bit. I mean, it's very German. How we would see German as being very sort of metal, and it's like a stereotype design. Germans like metal. That's what everyone thinks. It's not true, but that's what everyone thinks. So they create these very metal-looking amps when I'm sure they're much more versatile than that. But the reason why I've always stayed clear is because of the whole visual aspect of it. It looks like a metal amp.
One of my favorite German. I won't say it's not anti-German, but it was one of those in the car industry. It was an advert for Volvo, and it said, "Why have German metal when you can have Swedish techno?"
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah, I like that." Something like that. I could be getting my metaphors wrong, but it was still good. Yeah.
Major Pentonic, is that the same for the GT100? Read the line out.
GX100.
Sorry, GX100. Don't know, but that's got a switch or not. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've got it in the garage. I'll have to look it out. King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard for the win. It's a good name. And IRs. Lee might answer that question.
Yeah.
Dermot, no, there are two settings on the output for headphones. One in the headphones line out. Two is a recording output. Lee has answered the question. Okay, good. As long as Lee's answered, that's great. Nice. Willie says bad names. Bell and Sebastian. Do you know Bell and Sebastian was Trevor Horn? It was all produced by Trevor Horn. Didn't sound anything like Trevor Horn or the early stuff was.
No.
Didn't sound anything like his production. Fountains of Wayne. The Daikini's. Daikini's is good.
Oh, that's good.
Brian Maiden, that's good, yes.
Yeah, became the Midge Fragments, and
Lee says my first pub band was called Hot Gusset and the Love Spuds. Hot Gusset. That is horrible. That is really horrible. Oh, I tell you what, it's been hot in Southampton today. I bet there's a lot of that, Lee. Phil, Emma Royds and the Bar Drivers. That's really good. That's really good. That's really good.
Emma Royd.
That's really good. I like that one. Drew, hey guys, I've been having some issues with my 335 making clicking noises by the tuners. When I'm trying to tune the B and G strings, should I take it to a tech or try nut sauce first on the nut?
Nut sauce, or actually just get a graphite pencil, a normal HB pencil, and rub that in the nut slot. That's what it is.
Clicking, yeah, but he's saying
clicking is when it's biting, when you're tuning.
Yeah. I would say the same thing, but if he said it on the nut, I would have said yes. But he's saying by the tuners.
Well, but the nut is by the tuners.
Well,
it is really.
Okay, no, fair enough. Yeah, okay.
I reckon that's what it is. Nut sauce is a commercial product. Get a pencil first and just.
Yeah, I do that all the time. If I've got
if you've got sticky nuts.
I've got sticky nuts. There we go. Shahari says, in college, I was in a band called Dick Delicious and the Tasty Testicles. Do you know what? I'm not surprised. I was one of the testicles. There we go. Again, I'm not surprised. Willie says, imagine not being Ola England and choosing to play Solar through an Engel. Imagine not being Ola England and choosing to play Solar through an Engel. Very good, yes. Very good. Major Pentonic, thanks, Dermot.
Oh dear, I'm actually crying now. It's quite funny.
Lisa's, I'm less familiar with the GX100. Jeff, this was the name of a team at trivia night. You have to sort of run the last two words into each other to get it, though. William Shatner's pants. That's the best one so far.
We used to have a quiz team when William Shatner's pants.
That's my favourite.
We used to have the pub quiz, where my wife and I used to go and do a pub quiz. There was quiz team at Aguilera.
That's good.
And if a quiz is quizzical, what's a test?
I'm not so keen on that. I like William Shatner's pants.
Oh dear.
Shatner's pants.
Yes.
Willie, Major is definitely a glass. Major Pentonic is definitely a glass full kind of chap. I'm more of a Phrygian mode type of character. There we go. Cielis, great band names. Cash Money. Only do Johnny Cash and Eddie Money covers. Jeff Rock, The Skids, but actually a great band.
Yep.
Dermot, there was a punk band called Nick and the Necrophiliacs. Oh, that's nasty. Nasty. I did a bad finger thing. We were naughty digit later stink finky.
I
like that. Stink finky. You missed your holes.
Did I? Sorry.
By the way, Nut Sauce, not a band name. Not a band name about nothing. Yeah, true. Ben, thanks for another great show, gents. Much appreciated. Cheers, Ben. Almost forgot Sofa King. Todd did. Almost forgot Sofa King. Todd did. Sofa
King. Todd did. Oh, no, I can't make that work.
I can't make that work. Yeah. It'll come to us later.
So far, King. No, so far, King. We two.
Oh.
So far, King. We.
Oh.
Two did. Sorry, Shahar. We peaked too early. We clearly peaked early on in the show this week. Deep turtle. That's genius.
Okay, we're done. If you're still watching, just before you go, give us a like and subscribe.
Please do. However, it is that time of the week where we have to do this. Stupid comment of the week. There you go. This week's I'm going to have to be careful how I read this, and I'm going to read it carefully. This is from Jake XX01. Someone, please expose the truth. Does the Black Star St. James EL34 mount the tubes directly onto the circuit boards? Or do they incorporate traditional valve sockets into a steel chassis? What's wrong with being honest about the design? No one wants to answer this design question. It's a simple question. And I'm reading that how they've written it.
Right. What's his name?
Jake XX01.
Jake's fine. Jake, stop being a twat. Contact Black Star and ask him. How are we supposed to know? Honestly, it's like, does he think there's some conspiracy that YouTube channels keep this from people? Could you give a monkeys?
I don't have any monkeys to give.
Honestly, that is, why would he think there's some conspiracy between people trying to keep that information back? No one cares.
Because the whole world's out to get him.
Oh my God.
And that, boys and girls, was Stupid Comment of the Week.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
We've got a couple more we're going to get through just because we can. Boom.
Jeff said Deep Purple knocked Taylor Swift off #1 on the German album charts. Wow. I mean, I've been listening to, don't get me wrong, Simon McBride is, oh my God, an amazing guitar player.
Yeah.
He's absolutely outstanding. One of the best. I don't get some of the new Deep Purple songs. They're a bit. I've been watching some of the videos and some of the I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Simon McBride is awesome. Great Vanzi. The Jensfield Delaquins was from Grandpa's mispronouncing juvenile delinquents.
The Jensfield Delaquins are awesome.
Oh, that's brilliant. Pinky the Stabber. That's his punk baz though, Pinky the Stabber. Tell him to spank go his monkey. There we go.
Well, we've ended on a high. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. As always, it's a pleasure spending our Wednesday.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Right. Let's do Anders question. Friedman, Felix, or Soldano? You'd be happy with both, to be honest.
I would say if you want a one-trick pony with a trick that will blow your mind and is the most dynamic amp that Paul or I have ever tried, the Friedman Felix is right up there. If you want a truly awesome sounding amp that will make pretty much any gainy noise you're ever going to imagine, the Soldano.
I'd go for Soldano. The Friedman Felix, as James said, is a bit of a one trick pony, but it is a brilliant trick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd go for the Soldano. Jeff, I'll open my St. James when I get back from holiday and let you know. Cheers, Jeff. Or the Plex. I haven't tried the Plex. I think the Plex might be a little bit too vintagey for me. I don't know. I'd have to try it. Really do fancy trying one. Dermot, Deep Purple, a pop songs played loud. There we go.
Is these days. Thank you, everyone. It's been an absolute blast to spend our Wednesday evening with you. Please do, as Paul said, it's so important. It really does make a huge difference to what we can do moving forward. Numbers are, sadly, YouTube is a numbers game. It just is. So please do like, subscribe. hit like on all the videos you watch. If you do like what you see, please
Share
please,
as well. If you can share, it really helps.
all those sort of things. It takes seconds, but it makes such a massive difference. We will be back. I'm actually on holiday next week.
Nice.
In the Isle of Wight, and we all know how horrific the Wi-Fi signal is over there.
For 2 weeks. Are you going for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I won't be on next week. So you'll have to find.
Could be Mr. Abraham.
Yep. Could be in the chair. I'll build the show for you on Monday, so you've then got it, and then stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, have a great one. See you soon in a couple of weeks. But for now, my name's James Ivy.
I'm Paul Drew.
And we'll see you again very soon. Good night, everyone.
Good night.